thank you for that, Mr. Chairman.
Gentleman's time's expired, and I apologize to the witnesses with his constant misstatements that the majority of this panel had anything to do with Project 2025. Honesty is not the ranking member's strong suit. So again, I apologize on behalf of this committee. You know, one of the things that's disturbing to me is when I go back to Kentucky, listening to my constituents, they want government to work for them. They feel like government isn't working for them. The policies aren't working for them. And the most outrage I've seen from my colleagues today wasn't over the billions of dollars that have been wasted, wasn't over the billions of dollars that we left behind in Afghanistan. It wasn't over the wide open border that's costing the taxpayers hundreds of billions of dollars. It was the notion of firing some bureaucrats, some fat cat bureaucrats. And, you know, that's the level of tone deafness I think that you see by my colleagues on the left. And to imply that the federal workforce isn't partial now. I mean, this federal workforce is populated overwhelmingly, if not nearly unanimously, by left-wing activists. And when you talk about about government, we have, you know, the judicial branch, we have the executive branch, and we have the legislative branch. But what's happened in a few years, there's a new branch of government, the bureaucracy. Government's too big. We need to rein in the size of government. One reason we have inflation, we have Biden-Harris inflation because the government has spent too much money. And there are necessary expenses of a government. It's necessary to fund Border Patrol. It's necessary to fund our military. It's necessary to fund social programs like food programs. I've always been a strong advocate for food programs. But it's not necessary to continue to grow these bureaucracies and to continue to hire these federal left-wing bureaucrats that will not comply with the directives of the American people. If the American people make a statement this election that they want a different kind of policy with respect to energy policy, is the EPA, the way it's populated now, situated and willing to comply with that new direction, the mandate that the American people say that they will voice? No, the answer is no. And, you know, Ms. Stansbury, I want to thank the witnesses for their transparency on background and policies. I appreciate that. Where's the transparency among my Democrat colleagues? What is the vision for the future for the vice president? All we know are the policies of the past. And the policies of the past, as we've outlined in this committee hearing, have been a huge failure, primarily to the American consumers who's having to struggle to pay for their grocery bills, who's having to pay more for rent, pay more for gasoline, pay more for every expense to the tune of $11,000 to $13,000 more per year for the same goods and services. The salaries did not increase $11,000 to $13,000. That's what inflation is. And we have inflation because of the bad policies of the Biden-Harris administration. I want to conclude with this. The ranking member mentioned the strong job market. His constituent, Jerome Powell, cut the interest rates yesterday by and I come from a banking background, by about as much as I've ever seen at one time. And he said the reason they did that is because of the weak job market. So at the end of the day, we need to, the weak job market that was created with mass illegal immigration into this country that has had a negative impact on the job market. That's his word. So again, I want to thank the witnesses for being here today to talk about substantive policy. I appreciate your willingness to come before this committee. And with that, without objection, all members have 5 legislative days within which to submit materials and additional written questions for the witnesses, which will be forwarded to the witnesses. If there is no further business, without objection, the committee stands adjourned.